Willie D Live.
Family, I am emphatically disappointed in Jasmine Crockett. Family, let me tell you what she did. Jasmine Crockett put her name on an endorsement for Wesley Bell. Unknown C rhymes with moon. Yeah, fam, he's a rep out in Missouri. This dude was responsible for not charging Michael Brown's killer, the cop that killed Michael Brown. I mean, he just decided, I'm not going to charge this guy. Yeah. And he's done so much more, fam. And we'll get into that in a moment. But first, I want to play this clip of Amanda Seales going after Jasmine Crockett. And hey, fam, when you hear what she has to say, you can't even defend it. You can't even defend it. I'm talking about if you are a Jasmine Crockett fan. And by the way, if you've ever had something negative to say about Amanda Seales in regards to anything she said about Jasmine Crockett, feel free to drop your apology below. Check it out.
I told you that Jasmine Crockett was a full of shit Zionist climber. And y'all said, stop bringing down black women. I bring down black women who are bringing down black women.
Go out and vote again. Do not get comfortable at all. We are living in unprecedented times. And I can tell you that there is no one better for this moment for Missouri 1 to keep his eye on the prize, which is you, the people, than Wesley Bell.
Y'all believe me now? Let me break this down for you. Wesley Bell was running for a completely different office until the Jewish lobby, until the Israeli lobby came to him and said, we're going to give you a bunch of money for you to run against Cori Bush because we don't want her in Congress because she is pro-Palestinian. And so because he's a coon, he did. And it worked. Cori Bush lost her seat in Congress.
When Wesley Bell announced his run against me, it was right after I introduced the Ceasefire Now legislation. Wesley Bell said in his speech that he gave, he wasn't running against me because I wasn't doing my job. He wasn't running against me because I wasn't turning out enough legislation, because I was not on the job in some way. Because he never called me to say like, hey, sis, I wish you would do more. I wish you would do better.
Absolutely.
Never had that conversation. Yeah. So because he stands 100% with Israel. So he brought that into this.
Now, y'all know I do not support electoral politics. I think it's a bunch of BS. However, this is about principle. Cori Bush began as an organizer. She had to be approached several times to run for office. This was not a career decision that she made. It was one that she eventually felt like was the next step in her being able to serve the people. That's a very, very rare occurrence in politics. She went into the position as a public servant. She was ousted. She is trying to come back, and this Wesley Bell guy is still there and still funded and supported by the same folks who got her removed. And Jasmine Crockett brought her BBL having, because yes, she did get a BBL, having ass up there to stand and vouch for him. Because they think you all are so dumb that if they just put any brown skinned neck waving person up there,
I'm not even gonna go there,
you're gonna vote for them. They're using your identity against you. They weaponize the very thing they have used to keep you down, to still keep you down by keeping you manipulated. Jasmine Crockett is the shady lady at your job. Jasmine Crockett is the conniving auntie. Jasmine Crockett is the frenemy. She is no different than people that are in your life. So it is not about targeting Jasmine Crockett. It's about targeting women and people who are willing to lie and manipulate in order to get themselves advancement. Big up to Cori Bush. And instead of being mad at me when I'm telling you the truth, don't believe the hype.
I ain't got no problem with that. Let me tell you something, fam. One other thing about Amanda Seals is that she's going to keep it a buck, even when she knows people are going to come for her. Specifically her own people, because that's what she cares about the most. Love her or hate her, she really do care about her people. And I can tell you how easy it is for you to discover that. Anytime you are saying things to try to, let me back up. If they hate you, if the establishment hates you, it's probably because you're doing something good. And especially if you're Black, it's probably because you're for your people. You're for the true advancement of your people. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, the establishment also hates Jasmine Crockett. That could be true. The establishment hate, two things can be true. The establishment can hate you, and at the same time, you can also be a detriment to your own people. You could be against your own people. Let's look at somebody like, I don't know, Al Sharpton. I ain't got to go deep. If you know, you know. Moving on. So for those of you who don't know, if you're not familiar with Cori Bush, let me enlighten you. So Cori has a long-standing activist-driven record on Black issues. And I'm just going to, I'm going to just share a few with you right quick. She introduced a sweeping resolution calling for a $14 trillion federal reparations program to address the historical and ongoing impacts of slavery and structural racism. She has been a vocal opponent of efforts to restrict teaching about race and racism in schools, using her platform on the House floor to explicitly detail the atrocities of American history. As a progressive voice, she supported the defund the police movement, advocating instead for the reallocation of law enforcement budgets towards social safety nets, mental health services, and low-income community investments. Following the police killing of Michael Brown in 2014, she spent over 400 days on the ground in Ferguson as a nurse and grief counselor, which ultimately propelled her into politics. And that's how we end up with this statement that Amanda made. This woman started off as somebody who was a community servant, and she was called. The people, she didn't have ambitions to be a politician. She was good working and serving the people in the community. The people said, run, run, run. So she thought that, this could be a way to further my service and give me more power to help the people. So she went into politics. As Amanda said, this is a rare occurrence, but it's also a noble occurrence. This is a very noble thing for a human being to do, to say, you know what, that's not me. I don't want to do that, but I'll make the sacrifice for the people. Come on, fam. How can you be against that? Moving on. She has heavily focused on Black maternal health crisis, testifying before Congress on the disproportionate pregnancy complication and mortality rates Black women face. She has made national headlines by leading a days-long protest on the steps of the U.S. Capitol during the COVID-19 pandemic, successfully pressuring the Biden administration and the CDC to extend the federal eviction moratorium, a move that protected millions of vulnerable, predominantly Black renters. So she has come for the Republicans and the Democrats. This sounds like a person who is for the people for real, right? Now let's take a look at Wesley's record. Let's just take a look at a snapshot of his record, right? this dude, Wesley Bell, let me squeeze in a picture of this clown right quick. That's him. So this dude, hold on. So this dude, he has an opposite record of Cori Bell. I mean, he has an opposite record of Cori Bush. His record on Black issues has been questioned by local racial justice groups and progressive organizers who argue his actions as the St. Louis County prosecutor did not fully align with his early promises. So check this out. Racial justice coalitions, including the prosecutor organizing table, released a report detailing broken promises. They cited that St. Louis County jail population increased significantly during his tenure and argued his office did not reduce pretrial detention rates or implement community-based alternatives aggressively enough. Activists historically criticized his 2020 decision not to charge former Ferguson police officer Darren Wilson in the fatal shooting of Michael Brown, while Bell implemented an independent unit to investigate police use of force. Some community members remain disappointed by the lack of direct prosecution in high-profile local cases. So, saying that, hey, man, I'm going to direct an investigation, I am going to open an investigation, and this person, that's nothing. That means investigation means nothing when you are investigating your own wrongdoing or when you are investigating the wrongdoings of someone that you're sleeping with. If you're in bed with this particular person or entity, it means nothing that you are investigating them. It's not really an investigation. It is a ruse. It's a joke. During his 2024 congressional campaign against Representative Cori Bush, critics and progressive organizations questioned his ties to the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, otherwise known as AIPAC, and resurfaced his past management of a Republican congressional campaign. Critics allege that these shifts reflected political ambition over true progressive convictions, and they're absolutely right. On one minute, he's heading a Republican congressional campaign. He's managing a Republican congressional campaign. The next minute, he's running on a Democrat ticket. So this is one of those dudes that does everything for personal reasons. Everything that he does to try to get ahead. He has no love for the people. He has no consideration for the people. And that means any side. He don't really give a damn about Israel. He don't care nothing about Israel, but they're giving him a bag. They gave him a bag. So, okay, I care about your causes. I care about what you care about. Just give me the bag. Whoever give him the bag, that's where he go. See, this is the type of dude that'll suck up man meat. He's the type of dude that'll do that. Because a person who would do anything for money would do anything for money. Understand that. A person who would do anything for money will do anything for money. No more talk.